Alright. Welcome to Sideboardmtg. My name's Eric, and it's Subscriber Sunday. We've got some of your guys' decks. You guys, your guys, you'ns, y'alls. We got the Reddit decks. I hope everyone likes it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, subscribe to the channel. But on this particular video, more important than ever, go over to the Reddit and you know, vote on some decks. Let's get the viewers' opinion, the subscribers' opinion on some decks. Give them some votes. Maybe you got some brews you want to see played. Post yours up there, and possibly it'll get the votes, and we'll play it. So the link is in the description box below for you guys to do that. And I hope everyone has had a great weekend. It has been Pro Tour weekend. I assume that in chat we're going to be talking about some Pro Tour stuff. Looks like the guys are already talking about the Pro Tour, and spoiler alert, Red Deck wins. Right? Man, Darby played great though. Oh man, Darby, he played a really good game. Because I know some of you are wanting to talk about it, I'm actually just going to pull Darby's list up. Let me get chat where I can see it. We'll talk about it for just a few moments. I mean, because Pro Tour is just Red Deck wins. Yeah, there we go. But no, he made some really good plays, and there was even one point in game 2 where he actually played super safe and lost a point of damage, but he was playing super safe, and that's it. You know, just when you play like that all day long, or all weekend long, that's what causes you to win the Pro Tour. So, what? Dang, my deck gets no love. What? Which one? Which one's your deck? Huh? Well, like, I promise we've got some love for you here today, Rush. I promise. Bringing it home to Iowa. Is he from Iowa? I mean, is he? I didn't know that. Anyway, how you doing, James, Alexander, Steve? Any deck willing to use good old growth Triad? No. Just even having a 3/3 and just not being like giving them the chance to like Goblin Chain Whirler on 2. Nah, no thanks. Albatross, guess who's back? Back again. Alba's back. Blue-red spells. Ooh, blue-red spells seems good. That does seem good. What's up, guys? James Carr, how you doing? Dragon Lord, Rush, and Jareth Miles. Seems like everybody was having a nice conversation up here earlier. There's a lot to read there. I'm not even going to jump into it. We'll just go from here. You know, I've had one of those weekends, guys, where it's just been like a whole bunch of things going on, trying to watch the Pro Tour, trying to see, the decks. What did you guys think about the green black deck that Channel Fireball ran, or green-blue, the green-blue deck, the Simic deck that Channel Fireball ran. Did you guys get a chance to watch that? Kevin Jones had a really cool blue-black mid-range deck. Yes, and he did really well with it all weekend. I think he was only like one game away from like being in the running for top 8 or something like that. So like he did a phenomenal job with his blue-black control. Or blue-black mid-range-ish, something like that. Looks like some of those guys just didn't care. They ran their glint sleeve siphoners anyway. They said, hey, this is good, you know, in 60% of my matchups, so, you know, that's a good card. Or 70% because Chain Whirler was 30% of the meta. Chain Whirler decks were 30% of the meta. So it was like, wow, you know. And Chain Whirler decks, like most of those decks had huge day 2 conversion rates. Like we're talking 75% conversion rates. It's like 3 out of every 4 people playing this is making day 2. Chain Whirler, it had, like, we were all going, Teferi, 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 how do you beat Teferi? It looks like the new question is, how do you beat Chain Whirler? What'd you guys think about Lim's deck? Lim played a really cool Esper deck, Esper control, and you know it was like the Teferi decks, only he had, you know, the Scarab God and things like that. Yeah, the blue-green Karn, that was the deck. That Walking Ballista, Implements, and Scrap Trawler. Like, you guys knew, you knew that I was gonna love that deck. Oh, we are playing that deck. If Channel Fireball thought that the Scrap Trawler, Implements, Walking Ballistas, you know, if they thought that that was good enough to play, even Ivan Flock was playing that deck. Like, oh man, like Ivan Flock has won a Pro Tour. This man doesn't just like bring all willy-nilly. I mean, if he thought that that deck was good enough to take to the Pro Tour because it could beat the Teferi decks and the matchup against red black wasn't that bad, oh, I've got to play that deck. We're going to be playing that at some point this week. Anyway, yeah, man, these, like, the Esper decks and everything, they were really, really cool. I like the one that Lim had, you know, 4 Fatal Push, 3 Cast Down, 4 Vraska's Contempt. Man, he means it. He's killing your stuff. It is going to die. But, you know, also Argyle's Bloodfast in the main board, along with Censors and Disallows, and 3 Syncopates. I mean, the only thing that's not, like, control in this deck is the 4 Glimmers, 3 the Scarab Gods, 3 Torrential Gear Hulks, and 2 Teferis. Like, he's blue-black control, splashed white for Teferi. Like, that is... he is blue-black control, splash white for Teferi. Now, in the sideboard, blue-black control has a real problem with dealing with enchantments, but he had Forsake the Worldly, which makes perfect sense. Also, it's a cycling card. And then, of course, a Settle, but only 1 Settle in the deck. He was just going to, you know, 1 for 1. And, of course, with, you know, Glint Sleeve Siphoner, and the other 70% of the meta where it's good, yeah, why not? So, no Chain Whirler, run Glint Sleeve Siphoner, yeah. Speaking of Chain Whirler, we've got a deck we're going to be running tonight. This Driven Rats. And we just need to hit that 70% during our game, right? Just no red, anything but a red deck. And rats should be awesome. Like, we just need no Chain Whirler for these rats, right? Can't count mono red and red black. Was sadly hoping control would win. You know, the control deck became the underdog there at the end. Oh, it did. It did. I just now watched our redneck friendo Sears's. He said blue-green Karn is too expensive for him. Wow. Well, I'm going to be playing it later this week. I'm going to play the blue-green Karn. And if you think that the decks are too expensive for you, then especially with playing on Magic Online, why don't you just rent? Manatraders, link in the description. Save money. Yeah, rent. No decks to, like, flat rate, play everything. Anyway, that's right, 4 Karn. Who cares? Rent. Anyway, red-black deck that is not hard to beat, right? See, James has been playing a dinosaur deck that is, like, probably one of the better Jund decks that I've seen. He has worked on this deck for quite some time. I've helped him with it a little bit. Like, this has been a work in progress and probably isn't the most recent version of it, but this deck just didn't care about that Heart of Kirin deck. I mean, we're talking Thrashing Brontodons, Fatal Pushes, Abrades. Okay, you have Hazard. I will Vraska's Contempt it, or block it all day with 4 Phoenixes and Carnage Tyrant. Like, yeah, you don't even realize the red-black deck exists, right? Anyway, one of the decks we're playing tonight, if we can dodge them Goblin Chain Whirlers, oh, if we can dodge them goblins, we're going to play some rats. Now, this ain't Ratsuko, okay? But it's driven rats, okay? So we get to give them trample, and whenever they hit a player, we draw cards. And the aftermath effect here, we can give them all menace, so their rats are even harder to kill. So basically, it's just if you can dodge Goblin Chain Whirler, you win. I think, right? Settle the wreckage, and more land to play more rats. Less land in the deck, play more rats. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's your list. That's your list, Justin. You're a blob boy. I know. Vanquisher's Banner, like, this was really cool. The last time we played Ratsuko, like, I really liked the Vanquisher's Banner. We just hit this, like, sick line off of it. And then, Torgar, like, what's up with Torgar? Why? You just gonna sacrifice the rats to cast the Torgar? Just get down a 7/6 beater, right? I mean, if you think you're about to get Chain Whirlered, you know, play a rat on turn 3, you have 3 rats, sack 3 rats, play the other 2 black mana. You need 3 black, but that's totally doable, turn 3 Torgar. After hitting for maybe, you know, a bunch. Let's see, 3 rats, 3. You might hit for 6, then turn 3 Torgar. Which wouldn't even make sense. Like, why you even hit? Because if you're going Torgar, you're just going to use the ability to take them to 10. Yeah. Anyway, seems like a line. Seems like there's a line. Anyway, real cool deck. I do want to like just go off with these rats on someone, but I am worried about that 30%. We also have Esper Legends here. This was the most voted deck this week, and we're going to be playing it first. This one is, who is this by? I forget. Jeskai, yeah, Jeskai. SDGza. He's got a Teferi, Lyra, Urza's Ruinous Blast. Why? I mean, I get, we're legends. We should be able to get it down. But a couple of cool cards in this deck. In Bolus's Clutches, like, this seems pretty cool. You can just enchant target permanent. The permanent is legendary, and now you control it. I mean, control magic's always pretty cool. But, you know, look at the art. There's Lily on the front. Your contract is in default. You belong to me now. Serve or die. Ooh. 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 Anyway, sideboard's pretty cool. We've got some more. The Eldest Reborn. I like this card. I like this card. Like, just, we're seeing it in the red-black decks. They're putting it in the sideboard. Here we're going to be using it to just get back some really, really good stuff. And when I talk about that good stuff, it is all of the good stuff. We're talking Teferis, the Scarab Gods, Karns, Gaunties, Gideons, Lyra, just all the stuff. We just need to live till turn 4 to get there. And we're going to be able to do that with Essence Scatters, Disallows, and catch up after the fact with In Bolus's Clutches. We do have some Syncopates. I do think that these Urza's Ruinous Blast just need to be 2 mainboard Vraska's Contempt. I think that Vraska's Contempt would be absolutely phenomenal. Probably cut down on one of the Gaunties and stuff like. I've got some ideas for the deck. Like, Urza's Ruinous Blast has just not been good for me. Exactly. I would cut down the Urza's Ruinous Blast, and I'd probably make some room in here for some Gaunty. Probably cut down 1 Essence Scatter, maybe 2, and just run the Gaunty. But Essence Scatter's so good right now. So good. Anyway, we're going to jump into the play lobby. We're going to get a game and see what we can do here. Esper Legends. River of Roses. Let's do this. Why no Wrath in a Legends deck? I don't know. I don't know. If Jizza shows up, we can ask him about it. I definitely think that Wrath does belong in these decks. Val is currently playing a... Oh man, this looks great. Val is currently playing a deck. I was trying to do it like... I was trying to drag it up. A deck on... she's playing blue-white historic. It's almost the blue-white control or blue-white Teferi deck, but it's more historic with the Wraths and the... ooh. Well, I can conceal Courtyard, and if he just doesn't cast anything, then I can cycle the Fetid Pool. Yeah, that'll work. But it's got Wraths and Merfolk Trickster and things like that. Just a really cool deck. Alright, we'll cycle Fetid Pool. Probably thinks we're the Esper deck. Let's go ahead and get down on another blue source. And I'll just pass here. I mean, he's got 7 cards in hand, but if we can sit back just a little bit longer till we get you know, enough to cast and leave some stuff up. I mean, he's not casting anything here. Like, this may be wrong waiting this long. Still leave champion. Okay. I'll just scatter that. Okay, so it is a stompy deck. He can have his Ember. And this turn we will play Senor Gids. Now, I know I played this like super slow, but I think that's the proper way to go here. I mean, he's probably going to get away from my Syncopate this turn, which means I probably should have used the Syncopate last turn to have the Essence Scatter. But we'll see. Ooh, the Djinn. You got the Djinn. Yep, that's a Djinn. Let's go ahead and cycle this. We get another. So we can make Gideon like just hold the Djinn down. And we can play... And we have our double white, so... I'm thinking about cycling this. So I'm going to Karn. And we'll prevent all damage done by the Djinn. Ooh, Blossoming Defense. Well, I am going to Syncopate the Blossoming Defense to save my guys. So we're going to say X is 1 and stop the Blossoming Defense. We do need to save this just one more turn so that we can hold up to settle the wreckage. And then, of course, we'll look for a card. I mean, I wanted to cycle that, but... okay. Well, there's our land for the next turn. How far back do I go on Subscriber Sundays? How many pages back do I look? Your deck had 7 votes, but it's page 2. I click top. And then I look at the ones that has the most votes there. I'll pull it up in a moment. Let's see here. Poppin' French, thank you for subscribing. Blink. Oh man. He's gonna blink me. I wonder what the 3 mana is for. We'll try it again. Sure. We'll just exile another card. We get another fetid pool. We've done everything we can do this turn, so we'll pass. Now we just need to counter the next creature that he plays. So we've got another Essence Scatter here under Karn. Can't counter that. Can't counter that. Alright. Need to find a disallow for his counter spell then. There's a Gideon. There's a Syncopate. That may work. I somehow doubt it, but it may. I don't think he's going to swing if I just make an emblem, which I could do. I think we're only going to get the Carnage Tyrant here anyway. I mean, the Zalid Zahid could swing, but I doubt it. Alright, so we'll attempt our settle. You have your counter spell. And he scoops. He scoops. Wow. Just scooped it up completely. Man, that was it was good gameplay. I don't want to go out like that. So I'm gonna queue it back up. We're gonna queue that back up, right? Okay, so here we go, Rush. This is what I do. I come here to the Reddit. Oh no. Go back. Go back. Alright, so I come to the Reddit and I find top. And I click the top decks. And then I go down the top decks. This one's got 7 votes. This one had 7 votes. We played it last week. This has 4 votes. 4 votes. I don't see yours with 7 votes. Maybe it's new. I don't know. Like, I don't know why I'm not seeing yours. Anyway, there we go. Too much stuff. Too much stream stuff. Alright. Have known Bolus would be in on it. Well, this is going to be a hard hand to keep. Like, I want to keep it, but I would love to have more lands. I don't think I can keep this. Alright, this is better. I mean, at least we have an Essence Scatter, and we can play our Concealed Courtyard on 2. We'll get a Scry now. So, yeah, we'll keep this. Syncopate on top seems good. Yeah, I'll draw that. Because this Urza's Ruinous Blast is not something I'm looking forward to. Yeah. I mean, turn 1 Soulscar Mage would be a pain for us. Okay, well, we've got this going on now. So we're going to try to get down this Gideon ASAP. Like, right now. We'll make an emblem. And pass. We do have another Gideon, so that might come into play. We'll become a 4/4 and go to the combat. I mean, this is kind of the plan, is we're going to be on the Gideon beatdown plan. These Urza's Ruinous Blast are not what we're looking for. I mean, turn 3 Gideon against a control deck, and then they start choking on land. I mean, we are too, right? We choked on land, he choked on land. That happened, right? That happened. But we only needed the 3. If he would have had 3, he would have had a Gideon. Would have been, you know, start putting some work back. Having been with the Gideon beatdown, it works well. It does work well. Right? Oh man, the Urza's Ruinous Blast. I don't think that's going to be good against Teferi and stuff like that. I do want the negates, and I'm going to take out most of the Essence Scatters. Probably should take out all the Essence Scatters and just bring in, I don't know, Duress. I want to bring in this 1 copy of Profane Procession just in case. Like, I don't know exactly what he's playing. He did have some black there. We didn't really get to see anything. He didn't cast any real spells. I want to play with Embolus's Clutches because it just seems so good. So I'm just going to back off on 1 Gonti and then just go there. Even though Gonti's like the greatest spell in this matchup, like just giving me one of his great cards, it's probably going to be awesome. But yeah, I'm just going to back off a couple of those cards just because I still want to play with Embolus's Clutches. But any real event, the Embolus's Clutches probably wouldn't be in the deck. But yeah, we're going to try to play control here. See what happens. J Huey 219. Love the Izzet Guild. Daras. Turn 1. Took my counter. Take the disallow or the negate? The negate. Alright, well, in Bolus's Clutches, you need to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Show me just how good you are. I mean, if I was on the play, his turn 5 Teferi could be mine. Could be all yours. I mean, we've got our fetid pool, so now everything comes in untapped. Like, what more could you want, right? There are only 2 things she's been... he wouldn't want her until she had been freed from her demons anyway. So, man, is this going to be control magic? Like, is this going to be blue-black control? Yeah, cycle. We'll just play an isolated chapel, and I mean, we could try to run out Gonti, start forcing some action. I don't really want to do it this turn. I really don't. I mean, he knows we got Gonti, but he also knows we have this disallow. So Man, he has hit all the cycling lands. Alright, so we'll cycle. Next turn we can play Gideon. I mean, yeah, next turn we play Gideon. Turn 7 we can play Gonti. We'll see if he wants to fight over this. I assume he does. Sure. Oh, goodness. Just disallow that. I'm taking Islin. I mean, if he's trying to pop my white sources, and that's not going to do him a lot of good. We're about to drop some more on him. Dropping some more. What do you got, opponent? Oh, he's got something. Okay. I do not want to allow Gonti. You have a Supreme Will for that? Okay. So he's going to pay for it. Syncopate. Alright, that's even better. Alright, he gets the Gonti. So we do too. I mean, we could take control of his Gonti. Oh, there's a Karn. Right? Karn seems good. I'm going to play Gonti. I want to leave more blue open. Should probably leave double white open, though. So... Oh... Yeah, can't leave double white open. Have to leave double blue open in case we hit a disallow or something off of his. Ooh. This is a Scarab God, but if he kills it, I want his Nizahal. Yeah, we can't use the ability on it, but we can take control of the Scarab God. I mean, it'd be the same effect. I mean, if we can get Nizahal down and draw some cards while he's trying to kill it, that's cool with me. Attack. Do it. Do it! Oh, man. The Cajonas. Cajones. What? Huh? When her purple lines didn't fade. Alright. Poor Chandra. Or poor, Lily. Alright, let's play some Nizahal. It can't be countered. I wish it had hex. Oh man, if this had hexproof. Oh. Blink. Sure. Kicked. Yeah. Blown out for taking Nizahal. I mean, the Scarab guy would have done the same thing to us. I mean, he's got 4 cards in hand, though. I mean, if he wants to play Nizahal here, I'll embolus his clutches. And take it back. Cancel. I think I just tried to gain control of my own land there. So you can discard 3 cards to save it? Or you can blink it again. I mean, he's like, okay, I'll draw a card. You can have it. I'll blink it. Maybe. Maybe dumps 3 cards to save it. Wow. Did it. He did it, y'all. He did it. Okay. Wish this was untapped. I'm gonna cycle it. This is gonna be a problem. Yeah, definitely gonna need to hit, like, settle the wreckage. I mean, he got rid of Vraska's Contempt, Torrential Gearhulk, and Disallow. Lyra Dawnbringer. Well... he's got a Glimmer and a Duress. Well, I'm going to take his Glimmer. I'm going to play my Karn. Oh no! I didn't leave up double blue for my... Oh, what mistakes. What mistakes I have made. Alright, so let's see what we get from Karn. I didn't leave up double blue. What a putz. Did we do some good off of that? I mean... that's like the best thing I could like think of that could happen. Some Master Splinter. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be playing some Master Splinter in just a moment. Oh, he top decks the Sorcerer's Spyglass. Calls Gideon of the Trials. Alright, I'm going to counter that Duress. Rocker just posted his next deck. Well, apparently I'm going to have to look at these decks a little bit differently. Apparently there's some that are getting a lot more votes that I haven't been playing. As I said, Karn. Take Karn to 1. So if we want that, the Scarab God. I mean, this is kind of what this deck does, right? I mean, he's drawing so many cards here, though. I think we can just pass now that we have Teferi for mana. We can't use the Gideon this turn, nor would we really want to. So we're gonna untap some lands. I mean, we have another Teferi under Karn. We have the Scarab God. He's got a Torrential Gearhulk in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pointing that at Teferi. Pointing this at Karn. I mean, the Torrential Gearhulk's going to get us. The Gearhulk is going to get us. But we're going to try it. Yeah. Gearhulk's going to disallow that. which means Teferi will die. So maybe I should have just played that completely differently. I mean, I did know that he had the Gear Hulk, so yeah. Like, the better play might have been play Teferi, bounce this, make that no longer be able to do any. Ooh, what do we have here? This might save us. I'm going to play some more lands. And we're going to pass. Maybe I should have been playing those lands all along. I mean, that's our Lyra. We're going to try to grab the Gear Hulk, as Gear Hulk would give us some access to some other great stuff. Does he have a disallow here? Or is he just going to bounce the Profane Procession? Glimmer, alright. We'll see what he gets from the Glimmer. If he got a disallow, then we're in some serious trouble, but he did get the disallow. Alright, well, we're dead. That was fun, though. That was fun. Go back to the sideboard. Alright, the Eldest Reborn is going to be great here. It is. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And he's got just enough things for my Essence Scatters to be good, I think. Profane Procession's going to be great. In Bolus's Clutches, I'm going to take that out and bring in the Essence Scatters. I want to cut one other thing. I don't know what it should be. Possibly Lyra Dawnbringer. Yeah, we'll cut a Rule 1, he, she, who hits their land drops wins. You can't play your spells without mana unless you're in, like, unless you're playing a really, really cool deck. Ooh, he's mulligan. Mulligan to 6. We kelp ours. And we have, like, pretty good mana here. I mean, we just need one in the next 4 turns. So, you think Vraska will be good? We'll kill Lily right before Lily tells Jace telepathically that what has been happening, just in time to mind him off. Right? Well, I mean, we just sit back on this plan. Sure. Teferi, we can get that back with Eldest Reborn. I mean, we're not being super fast. Think he has the Nagate? Let's find out. Syncopate. Nagate. Well, we're both down to 4 cards here. I think this will pull a counter if he has one. These are kind of non cards right now. They'll be better later in the game, but just not right now. Like, he had the Scarab God, you know, Torrential Gear Hulks. Oh, man. Alright, well, at least we get our Karn down as well. Which one do we want him to have? Blink, I guess? It's not great. So we go Karn? And our two cards are Disallow and looks like the Eldest Reborn. Ooh, so now he has to blink Karn, or we get back Eldest and cast it. He can have a Glimmer as much as I don't want him to. I just can't give him the free, like, counter spell back. I'm just going to go ahead and get my Eldest Reborn. If he wants to blink our Karn, he can. But, like, I'm okay with that. So, I mean... we could just disallow it right now. I'm gonna disallow it. We'll still get our Eldest Reborn. We just can't play it this turn. And it'll pull a counter. You can have Glacial Fortress. I mean, getting an Eldest Reborn means that we can get our Teferi back. We can kill his Karn. It's going to be a little rough, though. What deck is this? It's the Esper Legends. Ooh. Well, I mean, does he just get rid of Nezahal? Let's see what else we get. Let's look at all of our options. We put a Teferi. Alright, well, we can play a land. Now we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Cycle irrigated farmland. I think that I do need to just play the Eldest. Let him save his Karn if that's what he's trying to do. I mean, if he is trying to save his Karn, then we can go that route. We'll see which one he gets rid of. It may just, like, yeah, he's trying to save Karn. I think I would have gotten rid of the Karn and kept the Nezahal and just, like, smacked my Karn this turn and killed it. That, it's okay though, I guess. We'll see what he's got. Vraska's Contempt or something? He's got his own eldest reborn. The eldest has been reborn. Alright, you got my Karn. You can have... Wow. Disallow, I guess. It takes more mana. Urza's Ruinous Blast in this deck should definitely be the card that blinks, the blink of an eye. That's what Urza's Ruinous Blast in this deck should be. I think I do need to keep hitting my land drops, but I want to cycle this. Gonti. Let's see if he wants to use that disallow. He did. Alright, he's back down to 2 cards. We just got to beat his draw engine over there. Alright, we get rid of... Settle the Wreckage since we have our Profane now. And then next turn we'll get back to Teferi. What is he going to get? He's going to take a Teferi right now. What did he bring back? Oh. Oh, that's mean, opponent. That is mean. Whatever. We may have to disallow his. Or he gets our Teferi. Lost Legacy. Oh, he's eating us up. So what does he go get? Disallow. Goodness gracious. Gracious goodness, Jay Huey has messed us up here. Wow. Deck's really close to ours. He's just got some cards that we do not, and they are very superior. In the matchup, at least. Mainly here, like the Lost Legacy, Invoke the Divine, Blink of an Eye is great. Like Blink of an Eye is probably the better card here. If we had Blink of an Eye, it would have definitely done some good for us. He's just going to get back Nizahal, and he's going to end this as quick as possible, it looks like. Okay, so he's going to get back, I guess, Torrential Gearhulk. Yeah, he got back Gearhulk. Okay. So, I'm going to go for the Profane Procession. We'll go for the Essence Scatter. I mean, he's drawing so many cards right here. We're losing a card, he's gaining a card. Oh, it's brutal. Brutal. I mean, we do have a negate for the next card that he cast, but jeez, this Nizahal. You can have the Glacial Fortress. Gonti, sure. I'm sure he gets something great off of us. Why doesn't he just pump out the tokens because he wants to draw more cards. He's just going to let his deck do the work. I mean, it's just a line you take. Like, you either start pumping out tokens, or you know that you have win cons in your deck, and you just play those. So I'm going to just negate this Teferi. Let him draw yet another card. I mean, Teferi was going to let him draw a card anyway, so. We'll take our beats. Play our land. See if he discards 3 cards. He let us have the Nizahal. Okay, well. At least we have removal on a stick. Negate. Apparently he has an answer for this. Disallow. Okay. Okay, he put that 3rd from the top, which means Nizahal's just exiled for good now. He's making them now. He's making the tokens. Well, what a thing. What a thing. At least that draw engine of Nizahal is gone. We cannot win the land battle here. Just not going to happen. Hey, let's go ahead. I mean, Syncopate's so bad for us with him having that much land. He went frisky. Good evening, OF. How you doing? Did I see MTG up here earlier? Could have sworn I seen MTG in chat. No, I guess not. Curious about that fella. Well, I mean, if he goes to cast... I don't know, like... any other spell in his deck probably would have gotten through. But now we got rid of even the memory side of the commit. We need a really good top deck, though, guys. Really good top deck. Sorcerer Spyglass. What are you going to call, opponent? What are you going to call? Call my Teferi. Call my Karn. What do you call? Gideon. Profane Procession. Yep, that's going to do it. It's going to make it hard. How can you watch the Pro Tour? It's on Twitch. Or they stream it on Twitch. It's over now. It'll be on YouTube in a couple days. Spoiler, red deck wins. Oh my goodness. How long will it take him to kill me? Battle Cat. What's our record with the deck so far? This is game 3 of our second match with the deck. Our first opponent, we just crushed them and they just scooped all together. And then from here, now we're just in this long, drawn-out battle of, yeah. I mean, I've got 33 cards in deck. He does have to kill me, which he's got the tools to do it with. We'll see. I kept enough tools in my deck to be able to go into the late game with, you know, settle the wreckages and things like that, but He's had so much card advantage on me. So much. Just so much. I mean, he can kill Teferi or he can kill Karn. I don't know. If he makes another one, he can do both. He can kill Karn either way. Karn's dead. We'll have Teferi. Maybe we should have bounced something, but I don't know. We'll have... I mean, maybe he's going for the kill on me, which is probably better. So, yeah, I should have bounced something. I mean, we're dead here. Yeah, well, you guys now know why I normally don't play Control on stream. Like, I mean, Control is just... Okay. Why do I gotta pay 2 mana for you to negate your duress? Good game, opponent. Good game, opponent. Good game, opponent. The opponent says, good game, big fan. Let's just not submit control decks, shall we? Let's not vote on them, right? Like, we're gonna play something fun next game. Like, next game we're playing the rats, okay? Like, so we're about to have some fun with the rats. Driven rats. Let's go look at this craziness. Overall, like, guys, quit playing with this card. Yes, it can be a blowout, but so can Fumigate. So can Settle the Wreckage. Like, this card's trash. I know someone's going to play with it and is going to be like, look how good this is. It's great in that green-white deck. It's the only deck that just always has a way to, like, play it. Just quit. Urza's Ruinous Blast is not great. It's not a good card. Just run the Fumigates and the Settles. You want something up here, higher in the converted mana cost that's worth playing. Play 2 Torrential Cure Hulks. So, you know, like, that's some changes I would make. Also, if you're wanting to play some, like, legendary stuff, Wrath Compassion is probably about as good as just like any of these other cards. The fact that, you know, Wrath can allow you to Gonti at instant speed in front of, you know, Carnage Tyrants and things like that. I really think Wrath probably belongs in this deck somewhere. Cut down on the Bolus's Clutches. Like, that's a cool card. You want that against, you know, somebody who has something really big that you want to take away from them. Yeah, there's a lot of decks that have some really big stuff, but right now, what do you want to pay 6 mana to take away from red-black other than Hazard? And Hazard's probably already hit you for a couple times by the time you get to 6 mana. I will say that, you know, he played 27 lands. Whether that was necessary or not, I think that, like, some of these bigger cards should probably just be draw spells or something like that. I know you got the Karns and the Teferis to draw cards, but draw spells are more important than you might think. Anyway, Driven Rats. Yeah. 27 lands in a control deck. I can see that. I'm not upset at 27 lands. I've maybe cut back to 26, but yeah, if you want to make sure that you have mana, play your 27. You know, 27 lands is fine in a control deck. This deck, on the other hand, 24 lands should be enough, considering most of our spells are going to cost about 2 mana. And then, of course, if we get Bantu's Monument down, then they're only going to cost 1 mana, and, you know, we get a Vanquisher's Banner, we're going to draw cards. Like, it's pretty straightforward. Let's cover the cards in the deck. We've got Rat Colony in the 2-drop slot, and Heroic Intervention to save those rats. Now, we are running 22 rats here. I think the last deck I ran 24 rats, but, you know, 22 rats is fine. The last creature in the deck is Torgar. You can turn 3 Torgar in this deck, which is pretty sick. I have to say that that's pretty good. Secret Salvage. I wish there were probably a couple more copies of Secret Salvage in the deck, but hey, it's a good card. Refills your hand. But because of our next card, it's the reason that you don't necessarily need to run all of the Secret Salvages. You can pay 2 mana Driven, and then 2 more mana to Despair if you want to. But the first half of Driven, all of those rats are going to get Trample. And when they hit you, they're going to draw you another card. Okay. And then Despair says they all have Menace now, so Menace and Trample. And when they hit you, you're going to discard a card. Oh, man. So we're going to draw cards. They're going to discard cards. We've got rats. We're coming over the top. We might be going under. The only thing we're worried about, guys, is dodging that Goblin Chain Whirler. Because that deck's got a Braids. This Vanquisher's Banner is not going to save us. So, oh, God, we're playing rats now. That's right. Ratsuko. Or not Ratsuko. Driven Rats. Here we come. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, if we play a red deck, just scoop and play a different deck. Chain Whirler. Chain Whirler is trash. Don't quote that. Oh, no. 30% of the meta and day 2 conversion rate was through the roof, guys. I mean, like, Chain Whirler is the real deal in our meta. The fact that everyone is going to be dodging the Chain Whirler now, like, look, you just can't play into the Chain Whirler, means that the meta is going to slow down a lot. We'll see a lot of decks try to slow down to stay above the Chain Whirler, and the only deck that doesn't care about it, Mono Red Wins, is the deck that's going to, you know, like, just still be top dog. Oh wait, it just won the Pro Tour. Of course, Hazret wins another Pro Tour. We worry and, you know, cry about banning all of these other really cool cards that are horrible ways to lose, but we don't say nothing about Hazret. And Hazret's mean. I'm going to keep this. I mean, we do need some more black sources, but we've got some cool spells here. Hopefully we'll just draw some rats. Minister. This deck runs Chain Whirler 2. Oh no. I mean, just depending on how fast he is, Solid Snake is going to take us down. Alright, well, I'll play the If Near Dead Lands. Just start on turn 2 playing rats, or do we wait till turn 4 to play rats? What are you discarding? What are you discarding, opponent? Angel of Invention. Half the combo is there. Blooming Marsh. Nice. I think we can go ahead and get a rat down. Minister's gonna mill some. Alright, he does not have a... He doesn't have a white land down. But he also doesn't have a... Oh, there's the white land. Godpharaoh's Gift in the grave. Champion of Wits. This may do it. Set him up. Set him up. Ooh. Honestly, Glorebringer won that Pro Tour. Yeah, well, Glorebringer was the card cast, but the whole day, like the whole top 8 being what it was because of... Oh man, this is gonna be so bad. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have it in the grave yet. There's a refurbish. I mean, still no Godpharaoh's Gift in the grave. I mean, Glorebringer was the deck that cast, but I mean, Goblin Chain Whirler has warped the meta enough that, like, we've changed the meta into something much different. Like, it's slowed down a lot. You can't play a lot of really fast, aggressive cards that have 1 toughness and things like that. Just Chain Whirler slowed everything down. Which, I mean, I'm almost parroting that. Like, everyone is also saying that. He's getting in! What? Okay. And next turn we will, like, swing with all of them, I guess? No God Pharaoh's Gift in the grave. I mean, he's definitely going to be punching us for a lot here. Okay, I mean, we're going to take our beats. I'm hoping that we can just get a bunch of rats here. Yeah, we can give them industry. Oh, I could block and give it. Yeah, I should do that. Let's do that. I was going to do it on the swing next turn, but this works too. A rat for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you. We'll give them hexproof and indestructible. Play land, play another rat. Alright, so we get 1 more rat. We're gonna go driven. To despair. I hope Rush is watching this. Like, this is the whole point of this deck right here. That's right, dude. Menace, trample. He didn't even let us do it. He didn't even let us do it. Come on. Come on. Come on, opponent. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, Torgar. Golden Demise might be okay, but Crushing Canopy is kind of going to be like where it's at. Although Crook is just like what we're looking for. I think we can kind of beat everything other than Crook. Duress is probably going to be awesome. Like, oh man, so many good cards. I guess I could just take out a couple rats. So I'll just take out like 4 rats. Bring in some Crooks. So what do? We just take out some rats. And just bring in Duress. Like, just whatever you need, you bring. I mean, Duress is actually not where I want to be. Let's go Thrashing Brontodon, right? And bring me another rat back in. Give me my rats back. Shh, gotta have my rats. These decks are so... Oh, they're good though. I like them. We got a rat colony. We got some other stuff. We got a Crook. I'm keeping it. All right, Solid Snake. You got this, dude. You got this. Gonna go set up his graveyard, and then you can take the Vanquisher's Banner out. There's no Ballista or Chain Whirler in this deck. Hurt. I just find it to be like great draw, and I don't know, just take out some rats. I know you want a bunch of rats, but look, I mean, we got rats. We got some rats. I do think I'm going to try to get the first one down ASAP. Maybe I should have played the Memorial on turn 1. He's got strategic planning, chart a course in the grave. So I'm not that worried about what he's got going on here in the graveyard. And if he plays something like on turn 3, we just play our Hasbro Oasis so that we can play the Crook. Like, just depending on what he throws in the grave right here. There's an Angel, God Pharaoh's Gift, right? So yeah, we'll play the Hasbro Oasis. Let him, you know, block. I'll kill his Champion of Wits. I ain't worried about that. No? No blocks? Okay, well then we hit him for 2. Crook. So now you try to refurbish God Pharaoh's Gift, right? Right? Well, I mean, land refurbish, your go, opponent. I mean, just all you gotta do is cast that refurbish. If you don't, then at the end of your turn, I eat your God Pharaoh's Gift anyway. Like, I was willing to make this trade to just, like, go ahead and put... He's just trying to draw 2 cards. He's like, I've got a hard cast. I've got to win this the hard way. I don't think he makes it there. Definitely just going to grab the God Pharaoh's Gift. Just be done with that. Alright, the God Pharaoh's Gift is gone. We get a Woodland Cemetery that would come in tapped. We got a Memorial of Folly that would come in tapped. We could technically get the Woodland Cemetery down later. The Memorial to Folly would be fine this turn. We'll play a Rat Colony. Hit the opponent for 3. I mean, this is going to get out of hand for him really, really quick. I mean, let's see. We need to get 1 in the graveyard so that we can cast Secret Salvage so that we can get a whole bunch, right? Well, that'll get 1 in the grave for us, won't it? Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and eat the Champion of Wits. We go exile this. Now I am going to just throw away a Driven to Despair here. At the end of turn, I want 5 rats. I don't know. Like, I want enough rats. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5. We're going to say done. And I'm going to get rid of the Driven to Despair so that I already have 1 in the grave that I can just cast the Despair and make him just discard everything in his hand. Maybe. I know the Driven like draws me a bunch of cards, but I just drew a bunch of cards. I need the Monument. There's a God Pharaoh's Gift. 2 God Pharaoh's Gifts. What? He got it. He got it! Oh, he got us. I tapped down. He's strategic planning, dumped 2 into the grave. And that's the natural fail rate and win rate of God Pharaoh's Gift. Like, you just have to get lucky off the top of your library. Like, just has to be something there. Although I didn't have to go for that. I could have waited. We get another rat. Alright, so... play a land. Play a rat. Play another rat. Pass the turn. Does he have any creatures in the graveyard? No, he does not. Ah. Well, I mean, we'll see. Why did you tap out? For Secret Salvage? I don't know. Maybe I should have waited yet another turn. Definitely, I mean, in hindsight, maybe. Champion of Wits. He needs to be able to throw 2 creatures away. Ooh, even Wind Guide. Wow. I'm going to take the Angel of Sanctions. I mean, he gets an Aven Wind Guide here, which is pretty serious. Like, I don't know if we can put down enough things quick enough to just kill our opponent here. I mean, the flying, vigilance, haste, all the other good stuff. I mean, we're taking a lot of damage. This is lethal, isn't it? No, we're 1 point off? 1 point, yeah. 1 point. We got a game 3, though. We do get to go to game 3. Fairgrounds Warden. I guess that's my fault. I should have just exiled the entire graveyard and been done with it. Yeah. I'm going to move on. We're going to move to the next game. I should have just, like, exiled the entire graveyard, been done with the graveyards altogether. And he wouldn't have gotten back either creature. So that would have been slightly different. Getting rid of the Duress. Crushing Canopy. Vanquisher's Banner. Yeah, we're going with the Crushing Canopies. I mean, if we can get rid of the Flyers, that'll help a lot. Yeah, we're going to go that route. I think Bantu's is so much better than... or Bantu's Monument is so much better in this deck than I've given it credit for in the past. Like, just the ability to play your rats for 1 is pretty important. I'm going to keep. This is not the greatest hand in the world, but I'm going to keep. We'll see what our scry is. Hopefully it's a black source. Yeah, sure. It's not bad that it's also a green source that we don't have to pay life for, so I'll take that. I mean, Duress to get Refurbish out of his hand probably would have been pretty good, but we got to get this in tapped. I wonder if Solid Snake here has played the new Metal Gear 5, Phantom Pain. It's pretty fun. I got a chance to play it a little bit. I mean, it was free last month on the Xbox, so. Thomas, search your feelings. Know these rats would uppercut mono green. Maybe. They might. They might just hose it. I'm just going to play it right now. It could be the wrong thing to do, but I'm going to play it. I mean, he's got land, strategic planning, land in the graveyard, so looks like he's trying to fill it up, and we'll see where it goes. have a pretty strong idea it would not. You might be right. It might not. It might not win anything. How do you feel about old thrashing Brontodon? You think he would win anything? Think he's good? Well, if he mills it and refurbishes it, then I just sack Brontodon and pop it. Like, we've got some answers for it now. I mean, honestly, the plan is just... Did he just swing at me? Did you swing at me? He still got energy, and this thing swung at me. Opponent's drawing those cards, man. He's got to get those cards. So, he may be like me. If I'm not holding Refurbish in hand, I normally feel that... like, the better thing for me to do is just swing and such. Jeskai, what's up, man? Had to play your deck more than one time. Like, first day we just murdered, and then you're... Like, I made some bad plays for sake of not trying to go till turn. Like till looping a Teferi. So I went ahead and played a little loose, and I did mess up there at the end. But Jeskai, it was an awesome deck. It was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. How much more consistent do you want than 22 rats? Sure. If he kills it, I'll just let it happen. I'm not tapping out again. I mean, if he just puts the Minister in front of it and kills it, then that's fine. Like, I'm not going to tap out for the heroic intervention here. And again, I'm okay with having a rat in the grave. A rat in the yard's not that bad of a thing. Aid from the Cow combo deck. The combo is Ramunap Excavator, Evolving Wilds, Aid from the Cow. Yeah, it's insane, and it had some serious potential. He didn't even mill himself before blocks. Like, he had no... Like, it means he has no refurbish. Well, Seth, you have a good day, sir. I'm gonna give my permanents hexproof. I tapped out for it. I did it. How bad does this pain us? Fumigate. He fumigated me. If near Deadlands. Not falling for it again. I am going to wait another turn here. Should probably start eating cards out of the graveyard in case he hits like Search for Azcanta or something like that. Yeah. I mean, this is turn 7. He could have like played this, discarded it, refurbish. He just needs to have land, God Pharaoh's Gift, and something worth getting. He threw away a refurbish. Wow. Wow. gonna do something that I should have been doing all along. Rat colony. He doesn't have a lot of creatures, just the ones that matter. Like, he is straight the combo version of this. Sure. I'm going to crushing canopy this. I'll take the 2 here. We need to hit a land. So we're going to go crushing canopy, destroy target creature with flying. Memorial to Folly. Okay, so we can do it next turn. I don't want to give him any priority here. As like any priority whatsoever would let him like just like in his main phase. He's just, okay, now it's his priority. Just put this on the stack, and he would have a he would have a, what is it? It's not a 4/4. It's an even win guide. 2/3. Embalm, not internalized. So yeah. Jacob Bradley, what's up? I was just saying goodnight, Madness. Refurbish. God Pharaoh's gift. I mean, there we go. Well, you got us, opponent. You got us. This is pretty good. Now we just sit back and like block the champion of wits. Fairgrounds Warden. No. No. That's so mean. Alright, Fairgrounds Warden gets us here. We do need to hit a rat now. Come on, rat off the top. It's not a rat. It's not a rat. I don't have much else to do with my land, so we're going to start killing stuff with them. I mean, if he plays... oh, man, I gave him a priority, didn't I? Oh, I gave him a priority. I should have done it on my turn. I should have done it on my turn. What a punt. Or in his upkeep. Yeah, I should have went beginning of your upkeep. And then, yeah. That's going to be bad. We could shrink it again, but that ain't great. Maybe I should have started shrinking that. Come on, give me a rat. Give me a rat. Give me a rat. There's a rat. The rat may save us. The rat may save us. Although it's going to be a lot of turns before we can do anything else. Angel of Sanctions. Well, it's going to be game, guys. Well, here, we'll show you. It's definitely a game, though. I don't know if this would have changed things, but just sack the Deadlands and kill the Wardens. Right, I would have to sack 2 Deadlands. Deadlands is only 2, and so it would have took 2 turns to do it. And so I was actually just taking the chance that I would just, you know, hit a rat in 2 turns other than sacking that. Like, I should have... The play was, in his upkeep, eat the Champion of Wits. I didn't put a stop in. I let him go to priority. Or I let him go to main phase and get a priority. And then at that point, yeah. It was over. It was so over. Okay, well, I mean, it's still over here, but... Secret salvage, you go get all of our rats! See, we're dead on board when we cast this now. But at least we had this, I mean... We're gonna get all the rats and then scoop. Come on, Magic Online. Catch up. Do I have them all? Is this one highlighted? I don't think this one's highlighted. What about this one? Is this one highlighted? What about this one? Or this one? Is that all of them? Are there no more rat? Oh, we've still got this one rat. Yay! That's cool stuff. Can I play your deck next week? Because I missed it this week. You're falling asleep. What do you mean I missed it this week? I picked the decks from Subscriber Sundays that were on top of the same way that I have picked them for the last 25 weeks. I did not miss your deck. It did not show up in the area that I always pick my decks from. So we'll talk about like why yours are not showing up there, but I did not miss it. If it has the votes and it's on the same place that I've looked for the past 25 weeks. Alright. Just saying. Yeah, we're gonna scoop. Hey! Anyway. Reddit don't like you much, Rush. We played a bunch of Reddit. We played a bunch of Rush's decks on the stream though, and I mean this Driven Rats. I mean, was that deck not just like built for you, Rush? I mean, come on, didn't like Justin build this deck for you? You cannot be mad that your deck didn't get played this particular week. When didn't we play one of yours at least once in the last 2 weeks? So anyway, Driven Rats, cool deck. You know, they're other people, guys, like other people. Anyway, Driven Rats. I love the inclusion of Driven to Despair. I'm going to say we need more Bantu's Monument. Secret Salvage is just awesome. Torgar is cool. I kind of wish I could have made that work, but you need a lot of black mana to make Torgar work, and we've got a lot of green mana in here, and that it's okay though. Heroic Intervention, awesome plan. I'm glad to see that the Vanquisher's banners are in here and such. So at this point, it makes me want to go, okay, what happens if we run like 20 rats, throw in some blue-black lands, and maybe throw in a Tetsuko or something? But I think that the Driven's pretty cool. Like it definitely makes me want to play around with the rats. So our next deck, ooh, punch you in the face. Right. The packs are overpriced at MTG Arena. Oh yeah. I mean, Val just wins all of hers, so don't make me drive down there, Sideboat MTG. Oh, we're getting him. He's getting. Hey, you drive all the time, sir. You don't need to drive anymore. You go in the house, get by your little lady, and you just enjoy yourself a good rest, sir. It's whatever everybody needs to get by their loved one and just relax. Woosah, woosah. We're gonna play some fun here. This is a Jeskai equipment deck. we're going to be seeing a lot, or at least a little bit more of this Champion of the Flame here in the next week or so. We've got some Champion of the Flame decks to run. Magic Hefe's got one for us for this month. We're going to be playing his mono red. I think it's mono red Champion of the Flame, but Champion of the Flame, just awesome card. When we've played these decks in the past, you know, they have like Valduk and Champion of the Flame, and every time we played them, the Champion of the Flame just was so much better. It just, the card just took over, absolutely took over. Blackblade Reforged, I mean, it's going to make anything huge. The later the game goes, the better off we are. Saram, whenever we cast an aura, an equipment, or a vehicle spell, draw a card. Well, we've got Parrying Blade, which is going to give us some additional mana, and we've got Short Sword, which is just really cheap. So, I mean, these are both just, you know, 1 mana, 1 or 2 to equip. This one's particularly 2, and this one's 1. So you can equip this one, or play and equip this one for 2 mana. You can play and equip Parrying Blade for 3. Now, our Cartouche is 2 mana, and it will replace itself. You draw a card. Blink of an Eye to bounce something, maybe even to protect it, or to bounce something to the opponents to keep them out of the way. Khopesh. Actually, Khopesh would have worked really good in this deck. I'm actually surprised that we do have Prying Blade over Khopesh when you really think of it. Horn Khopesh is just like another straight sword, or short sword, so I don't see why we don't. Now, Blackblade Reforged, this is not going to go onto our Champion of the Flame very easily, but it will easily fit on the back of a Saram, a Dynatha, or Shala, Jorah. Any of those can carry this. Now, this is a card that I've been a little bit curious about since it was printed, since I seen the original printing of, or the spoilers of this. Curator's Ward. Now, we're going to make our own Boggle here, right, guys? If we enchant our Champion of Flame with this, and we give our Champion of Flame hexproof, oh my goodness, it's going to be great. Check out the way that the last part of it is worded. When enchanted permanent leaves the battlefield, if it was historic, draw 2 cards. So if we, I don't know, put a Curator's Ward on a Jorah, then put a Blackblade Reforged on that Jorah, and then someone deals with Jorah, whether they settle her or fumigate, whatever they do, we're still going to draw 2 cards for that. So, awesome way to give, like, yeah, Teferi hexproof. It's something I've been wanting to brew with for a little while, so I'm glad we're going to get to see it in this deck. Like, we may end up just making our Champion of the Flame hexproof, or a Dynatha hexproof, or something like that, just for that first strike, vigilance, lifelink sort of thing. That may be the route we go, but I mean, putting it on Teferi seems good to me. And we've got a lot of historic spells in this deck. The only cards in the deck that are not historic, actually, are Curator's Ward, Champion of the Flame, Cartouche, and the Blink. Everything else is historic. You know, the artifacts. It's great. It's great. One enchantment here on Sarah's Wings. Turn something into a Seren Angel. Awesome. Awesome. In the sideboard, seal away, invoke the Divine, cast out Ixalan's Binding, another Shala. Shala is just so good. I do want to say that I wish there would have been a couple Wrath Compassions in this deck. I think Wrath would have worked really, really well in this deck, allowing you to, you know, play your swords and stuff at the end of their turn, and then on your turn, go ahead and equip those. I think Wrath would have been really good. We do have an Azor Lawbringer, River's Rebuke, and Karn's Temporal Summoning. This card is highly underrated, guys. Karn's Temporal Summoning is awesome. I'm glad that it's there in the sideboard, but honestly, I would have probably just rather seen some ways to protect our stuff, like negates or spell pierce or something like that. So I'm not really excited about the fact that, you know, we have a bunch of other win cons or other like big stuff in the sideboard. I think that we should have had some Wraths in the deck, and I think that we should have had a sideboard full of like spell pierces and negates, or Jace's Defeat or something like that. A couple Chandra's Defeats or something like that. But either way, I do think that Wrath Compassion could have fit in here as a couple one-ups. The Ansar's Wings, I get it. This card is pretty cool. It's awesome, if you will, but I've not been very impressed with it. But against a meta full of Silhouettes, it might not be too bad. So we're going to jump into a game, see how it goes, and see what's up. Maybe for cards, that's all. Throw 2 in. Oh, throw 2 Wrath. Nah, no, we're alright. Oh, that's right. This is Dragon Lords. I don't like making changes to the decks. Anyone can give advice. It's up to you to actually really like choose whether you want to make a change or not make a change. I'm keeping this. No, we don't have any of our equipments, but just like someone said a moment ago, we don't have a lot of creatures in the deck. So the fact that this is a hand that is full of creatures, yeah, I'm going to keep it. I mean, we can turn 2 champion. I don't think I actually even want to show the champion. I may turn 2 Saram just to see if he's got some removal for us. Oh yeah, he's got some removal for us. Oh, it's Jay Huey again. Huey, sir, quit stream sniping me, dude. Okay, well, we gotta go back to making stream snipers pay for it. Alright, well, I mean, we played a control deck against him earlier, and, you know, he said he was a big fan, so, you know, I'm happy that he's a big fan, but we did just play him. I don't know, that's his gamer tag, is Jay Huey. I don't know. Our current gamer tag, our current guy is Chisholm, so we're gonna play against Chisholm here. I'll keep. I mean, it's not the hand we had last game, but, like, yeah. I mean, they know exactly what we have in our hand. I mean, we played the control deck, and then the same person has met us twice, so unfortunately, I'll have to add him to the list of people not to play on stream, or make them pay the 2 here to play it. So. Island first. Absolutely. This way we can get down. We can hold up blink of an eye next turn. Like last game, we wanted to go island first so that we could turn to the champion, and that didn't work really well. So right, we're gonna go. I mean, we can go short sword on turn 1. It won't hurt anything, but the turn after Danitha comes down, it's free. We just need to pay the 1 to equip it. I mean, I can play it on turn 1. Yeah, Jeskai's got a great mana base right now. I actually hope more people start playing around with Jeskai, just so we can see a little bit more out of the see more out of the color pie. I mean, Jeskai's got some great cards in it. We've got Teferi there, Karn's in the Jeskai colors. Did I mention Teferi's in Jeskai? Torrential Gearhulk. Karn's also in it. Yeah. Like, what more do you need? Blink of an eye. There's a ton of just really good stuff there. I could go Sulphur Falls or the Glacial Fortress. I mean, if I go the Glacial Fortress, like, he's got to, like, think we're on blue-white, but playing this short sword, like, it was free after the turn after Danitha, so, or it was free on the turn you played Danitha. Gifted Aetherborn. I'm just gonna bounce it. We'll play the Sulphur Falls and play Danitha. This way, if he wants to, like, I don't know, if he wants to kill Danitha, he more than likely will not have Did I mention Teferi? Right. Oh, you got my joke there, Rocker. All right. It's so hard to be funny around you guys. Magic players, you're just so serious. Someone insert why you so serious here. I ain't scared of you. I got a short sword. Actually, the first strike, vigilance, and lifelink is going to do really well here. Oh, opponent. So I equip Black Blade. I don't even want him to see Black Blade here. The first strike's going to be really good. I mean, I can see him playing the Gifted Aetherborn, holding up Fatal Push. So he loses the Gifted Aetherborn. We go into this Fatal Push thing. And you use your energy for a Fatal Push. Okay, well, I'm going to wait till next turn here. We'll wait. It's okay. We'll wait upon it. Because when I play her, and then I put this... Oh yeah, it's going to be good. Curator's Ward. What? I'm one land off of being able to play it and use it. I mean, if... We're going to see if that was what he had there. I mean, maybe it is. I mean, if he's got a Vraska's Contempt, he has to use it now. Like, I would have much rather, like, Curator's Ward just been, like Spell Pierce, but if we get to next turn, like, if he plays a creature or something to, like, this is not Vraska's Contempt or Doomfall. Okay. Okay, opponent. Good game. Nice play on you. Land off the top. Come on. Land off the top would be so... No, man. He did that just to... Oh, come on. Alright. Creature. Creature, creature, creature. Yep. Yeah, oh man, the ward would have went on and it would have been great. Would have been great. There's a Gonti. Mono black mid-range or mono black control. Good deck. Oh, equipment spells cost 1. Oh man, I was confused. I thought it was only equipment, but it's also auras. So this aura, I could have played it. Oh no. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that would have happened. I mean, our plan here is to give it flying next turn, so we will have to take some hits, but I don't think that part's gonna matter. What's wrong with Bristling Hydra? Nothing. Bristling Hydra is awesome. I love Bristling Hydra. Yeah, we're just going to try to race the opponent here. He got our Prying Blade. Okay. Take 9. We gain 9. That's so good. No race necessary. Well, it's not a race anymore. It is not a race anymore. Like, this just got crazy. I mean, he might have a way to stop it. I mean, okay, so there's another Gonti. But I'm pretty sure that a flying, hexproof, vigilant, lifelink 9/9... Man, that's a lot of text to put on a card. Wait for the kill spell. There's no kill spell. It's flying, hexproof, lifelink, and vigilance. So, yeah, we could have killed it with Danitha. Like, yeah, I made a misplay, but still, we got there. Wow. Curator's Ward saved us. Cool card. Very cool card. River's Rebuke's probably going to be really good against a Gonti deck. Prying Blade's probably going to be really good still. Cast out, Ixalan's Binding, Seal Away, Azor. Azor might be alright. I kind of think the Prying Blade's what I want to take out, but maybe I don't take anything out. Shala seems really good. Teferi bounces things. Like, we'll cut a Prying Blade for a Shala. I mean, just giving Hexproof. We can always trim some legends. You're right. Like, I could trim a Danitha. Bring in, like, Azor or something like that. But, no, I'm not trimming cartouches. I like the cartouches. Oh, I'll keep this. We'll just turn one Glacial Fortress. And then we can just, like, everything else. Like, if we just top deck, like, Saram, and then next turn we go Danitha, and then play both, I mean, he can kill it. Of course he can kill it. He's already, I haven't even got it on the battlefield yet, and he's already tapped his mana for the Fatal Push. Okay, well, that would have been epic to go Saram into Danitha and then, like, oh man, that would have been great. Like, draw 2 cards, you just play these. They would have been, like, 0 mana draw spells. Alright, well, I mean, I'm gonna play her. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'll pass. I mean, he might kill her, but she's kind of done some work already. I mean, was he got Doomfall? Doomfall's pretty good. Never. Oh, yeah. Now I feel bad for playing these, but he was going to kill him anyway, and it would have been yet another turn before we could get him down. Glint Sleep Siphoner. Go land. He does have the 2 energy. If he doesn't have a way to kill this right now, we can... I'm okay with whatever he plays. I mean, we make a little bit more treasure. So this might be good. This might be really good. We just blink anything that has Death Touch and just try to beat him, I guess. Alright, there's another land. We will equip. Now we get to do cool stuff like bounce and draw cards with the blink of an eye. Like we can kick it. I mean, we're swinging for 9 per turn, and he's like helping himself by drawing an additional card. Okay. Like, we just have to save this for anything that can stop her. We kill it. Or we get rid of it. Cast with kicker. Okay, I'll bounce her. Do it that way. So I draw a card. Draw 2 more cards. He's tapped out. I mean, yeah, he's going to make us discard a card next turn. But, I mean... So let's go Sulphur Falls. We'll play her. Play Short Sword. Draw a card. Arch of Araska. Let's equip. Like, do I even need that? Yeah, we can get rid of these treasures. It doesn't matter. We'll play the champion. We'll equip the champion as well. I mean, at least this will give him a good buff. So now we can block just about anything. The Glint Sleeve Siphoner is not swinging through this time. Alright, so we discard a card. Which, you know, we knew was going to be the Plains. We saved it for it. White Arch. For those late game, you end up with a lot of permanents. Because you're playing like turn 1... Like you're playing 1-drop, 1-drop. You just end up with a lot of permanents. Vraska's Contempt. Oh, man. It's good. It's good, opponent. It's good. Now we're probably just not going to have the lands or the creatures to get where we need to get. We have the City's Blessing, though. Maybe I should try to draw cards this turn, and equip next turn. I'm just going to threaten him with my 10-9. I mean, he gets a creature. Target creature or planeswalker. So, he can get, like, Daneth. Okay. It doesn't gain haste. I mean, I'm sure he's got a kill spell for this, right? Like, he's got a deck full of kill spells. And he has to have Ravenous Chupacabra, right? Like, Mono Black's literally probably has more kill spells than we have creatures. So, not a lot we can do about that. And, this is what happens. We're about to start drawing non-creatures, and it's gonna be over. Oh man, maybe I could have went a different route. Should try to draw cards. He has infinite removal in his hand. You're right. I should definitely be trying to draw cards. So if I hadn't equipped that turn, we would have only been 1 card deeper. I mean, he's going to fail to ruin my arch now. No, he's got my own Black Blade reforged. No. And he's got the mana to equip it. Put it on. Put it on. Put it on her. Yes, you know you wanted to do that. Okay, guys. Top of the deck. Blink of an eye. Nope. Well, it was a good game. We would have, if Blink of an Eye is the next card, and I'm going to reveal it when we lose here. But if it was the next card, then I punted by equipping and not drawing a card. So don't up. There it is. There it is. Shala. It's the Blink of the Eye that would have saved us. Oh, that's why Gonti's so good. Right, he takes your own deck and beats you with it. He's great. He is great. Okay, I'm bringing in Karn's Temporal Summoning. I'm taking Teferi out. And we're just going to play it like that. Been a sub since under 1K. Well, thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that, sir. Oh, God. Are y'all talking about me? You watch me? Make original decks? I make original decks. Like, I just don't post junk. My Sultai deck, that was an original deck of mine. You won't find another one like it. Everyone else either puts Sultai Muldrotha or something like that. And that deck did really, really well. So yeah, my Sultai deck was floating around before that. I just don't think that every format only has about 4 or 5 really good decks, and I mean, yeah, I net deck. I show you guys like the decks that are around, and I play them. And no, I'm not a pro. Speaking of non-pros, I've got to point this out. Kenji was at the Pro Tour this weekend, guys. Kenji made his first Pro Tour. Been playing Magic for like 7-8 years. Just made his first Pro Tour. Congratulations to Kenji on doing that. I've got a mulligan again. Yeah, I'll keep this. This is horrible, but I'll keep it. Another creature? Sure. Anyway, Kenji made his first one. Yeah, I've got a pretty sick Gearhulk deck that. There's Gearhulk decks that have been floating around since Gearhulks were made, so I'm not going to take like full credit over the Gearhulk, but mine's like at least up to date. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll give him a target there for his fatal pushy. Are you going to get pushy? He didn't get pushy with me. He didn't get pushy. Can we get in the air? Can we fly? Can we do things? Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Well, I'm definitely going to try to hit him for a little bit here. Land? Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm definitely going to try to slow the Glint Sleeve Siphoner down, but I mean, if he just wants to get it back out there, which most of the time is probably what they're going to do. Nope, I had to wait a little bit. Oh. So I need one more land, right? To be able to go Danitha and then make her... Yeah. Yeah, we're going to try to protect the Danitha here. Come on, land. Shalai's not bad. So, if Shalai survives, I make Shalai hexproof. And we don't worry about it. Like, we just make Shalai hexproof and just don't worry about it. Right? Like, isn't that what we do? Like, what can he do to us if we make Shalai hexproof? He has to kill Shalai here. This has got to be like a Vraska's Contempt right here. Never. Okay. Gifted Aetherborn. There's the land. Okay, well, and he's tapped out, so we can kind of go for it here. I can't believe I didn't realize this costs less. First strike, vigilance, lifelink. So we get Danitha Compassion down, and then ward her. Come on, opponent. Rat Colony should be at least 21 to 23 copies, depending on the deck. Yeah. On Arena, once you buy your first 4 copies of Rats, you can then put as many of that card in your deck as you want. So, like, all you need to do is buy 4 copies of the Rats, and then you can put, like, 40 cards into a deck if you want, and then trim back from there. You know, 20 lands, 40 Rats, and then just dial back. But yeah, I think that the Rats deck's pretty fun. Like, I think that that's one of, like, the most fun decks that that you can, like, toy around with. Are you gonna win? Are you gonna lose? Yeah, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. But man, the games that you do win are just wow. It's like, that's right, that just happened. So it is a hobby. Like, is everyone at your LGS a pro? Are you a pro? I mean, if you're a pro, like, I don't know why you're watching me. Like, I don't have a lot to offer you. I'm decent at Magic. I'm not great at Magic, but you know, I try to offer what I've learned over time. I think it's the other way around. What? You guys get to talk to us? Huh? I don't know. I have no clue what you're talking about, Thomas. But, you know, like, nobody forces anyone to be here. Just saying. Also, I play all these, you know, I'm not even making, I'm not going to make excuses. We're just going to play. Never. Now we can't block the glint sleeve. Oh, man. Okay. Well, now he's got probably a Doomfall. You're so good, opponent. You are so good. It was going to be so good with Dennis. Oh, it was going to be so good. Okay. We got this. We got this. I'm not going to go the Black Blade because equipping it would be a pain. All right. Yeah, this deck has absolutely no removal. There's nothing you can do. Like, you cannot get rid of this Glint Sleeve Siphoner. So, in game one, like, you guys might have wanted me to remove or bounce the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. That was not an option. This deck just really has to hit its enchantments and such. And against a black deck that is mono removal, there's not a lot you're going to do. Like, there's just not a lot you're going to do. I mean, yeah, we're going to punch this this Lily in the face here. But if he's got a Fatal Push, we're not doing anything. Like, And the best thing we can do on this turn is just sacrifice our land and draw some cards. Hey guys. Don't, like, the Eldest Reborn. We got to sacrifice a creature. You think Cast Down may pick up after Fatal Push? Did you see the deck, the Esper control deck? It was running 4 Fatal Push, 3 Cast Down, and 4 Vraska's Contempt. Yeah, Cast Down's going to pick up. It's definitely going to pick up. Well, I want to know where we're at. We got a cartouche, nothing to put it on. We'll find out if we get something off the top. Maybe. Maybe not. So, like, what is the problem with the content, Thomas? Like, if... Can you imagine putting a Curator's Ward on a Prying Blade Treasure and then just sacking the treasure to draw a card? Right? Wouldn't that be cool? Well, it's going to be game. I mean, we're dead on board here. The No Creature Blues. You are right. You are right. Valduck seems to be a better payoff, but Valduck is horrible. There's this card called Goblin Chain Whirler, and yeah. You just want to see higher level play. Like, you want to see, like, people play higher level Magic. Like, we're playing in the just... We just played a Champion of the Flame deck. And you want... I mean, I get that I make punts. But punts happen, man. Punts are part of Magic. You see people make punts in pro level Magic. You see people make punts in the top 8 at the Pro Tour. Like, I hate to call out Jerry Thompson for it, but wasn't very long ago that Jerry Thompson cast a Grasp of Darkness in the top 8 on a 4/5 Winding Constrictor. Like, I remember that. I mean, this happens. No, this just got all out of proportion. Well, alright, well then just get mad at the punts with your punt emoji, you know? Like, that's the thing. Anyway, the deck's pretty cool. Champion of Flame's an awesome card. I think that the Champion of Flame is really, really good with something like Curator's Ward. It was really cool to see Curator's Ward and see how it works. There were 2 punts in the same match in a semifinal match. Maybe. Like, people are tired. Like, the amount of thinking that has to go into this, like, I get it. You guys are chat, and there's so many brains there in chat that you guys can, like, one of you are going to come up with the exact perfect line. Whereas, I've got to come up with all of those lines. And no, I'm not a professional Magic player. I am not. You guys want to see more competitive Magic? Yeah, I mean, I'm decent. I've won a couple PPTQs. I've, done a couple things, but, like, no, I haven't hit a Pro Tour. Of course, I haven't really tried for a Pro Tour. But yeah, I I just have fun playing your guys' decks. I have fun playing, like, basically what my entire show was originally all about was the fact that I was going to be playing these decks anyway. I played all of Dev's decks, whether, you know, somebody streamed them or not. No one streamed them. I started streaming them. But I was a member of the community over there, in the chat and things like that, in the comments. Not in the chat, but in the comments. And I was playing those decks anyway. I just wanted to try them. So I would just pull up his deck and I'd play them. I had manatraders before I started streaming. I was a manatraders user before I was ever a streamer. So, like, you know, like, the whole idea was to take a deck that your buddy gave you, that you'd never seen before, and that you were going to show up to Friday Night Magic with it, and you were going to play it as if first time seeing it. And that's kind of what you guys are supposed to be getting. Like, this is what your average Joe is going to do when he picks up a deck that he has never seen before. Could I grab this? You want to see competitive Magic? I tell you what, I will go get the blue-white control deck, and I will play it every day this week. I will grind that deck. I will learn the ins and outs of it so that I don't make punts when playing that deck. I'll know how to play which line against what deck. I will learn how to sideboard exactly per deck. And we will have like 4 people watching me play this blue-black control deck. Oh my god. You guys, like, I think I would just rather see everything. I would just rather see everything. Yeah. I would rather just see all the decks. So we could do grinding. We could do that type of Magic. I've gotten 5-0s, not since I've been streaming, because I'm constantly playing other decks. Like, when you get a 5-0, it's because you know exactly how your deck works. You know exactly how to play every deck. And and as far as the net decking thing goes, there's only like 4 or 5 good decks every block. I can't give you 5 decks a week, and I can't give you like, you know, 4 or 5 decks a week and them all be terrific. Like, if you think Dev can build 30 tier 1 decks for you guys, then you're whoa, y'all have got, like, somebody's got something misconstrued, because the entire format will be solved and there'll only be like 3 tier 1 decks. You can't put out tier 1 every day. It just don't work. Anyway, guys, it's been a lot of fun. I hope those of you that are here in chat understand what the show is actually supposed to be. Seriously, I could give you competitive Magic. We could do the grind. We can do that if you guys want. If you guys put it in the comments, like, we want to see the competitive grind. We want to see you play the same deck every, like, I'm going to pick what I think is the most competitive, and right now it'd probably be Lim's Esper Control. I really like that deck. I think that deck is really, really good. Do I think that I need to be running one of the, like, mono red or something like that? No, I ain't playing that. If y'all had to watch me be competitive, I would be playing something like the Teferi blue-black control. I don't think you guys want to see that. So, anyway, yeah, I mean, even on Twitch, like, the guys who stream it, they don't show the control versus control mirrors because no one wants to see it, right? What we do want to see is we want to see your brews, right? That's what we want to see. So go over to the Reddit, post your decks on the Reddit. I don't care how much jank it is. Matter of fact, the more jank it is, probably the more votes these guys are going to do, right? So go take your decks, put them on the Reddit, and let's play them next Subscriber Sunday. The decks we played today were a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing them. Like, the Esper Legends, it was cool. We were constantly putting down really cool threats. The Rats deck, we got to just run over a really powerful deck, a deck that wins anything that doesn't have a braid in it. So I'm curious to see what the next evolution of Rats is. We've got to see Rat Suko, like, I think that was like last week or the week before, and then this week we get to see the Driven Rat. So I'm curious to see what else you guys bring to the table for the Rats. I want to see someone bring something to the table that that can get that toughness of those Rats up a little bit to survive through these Goblin Chain Whirlers. Also, Subscriber Sunday, guys. You know how every month we try to do a theme month. I want I'm putting it on you guys, and I'm going to remind you every week here. Thron Temporal Gateway. Okay? Thron Temporal Gateway. We're going to need to be throwing some really crazy stuff onto the battlefield at instant speed. Wrath is good, but I only want to pay 4 for, like, some primo cards, okay? So, the final week this month for our Subscriber Sunday, all of your Thron Temporal Gateway decks. Build them, brew them, think about it. Give it a lot of thought. Let's have some killer decks, and let's have some fun, right? Urza's Ruinous Blast is butt. Yes, Jeskai. Urza's Ruinous Blast is butt. Dragon Lord, you want to build with that guy? What guy? What guy? What guy? Is it the guy who doubles his life and stuff like that? Fire Song? Fire Song. Is that like the twins or whatever? Like where you're like doing damage and then gaining life, and if you gain life, it does damage, right? Seems good. Challenge accepted. Wait, I gotta make another deck now. Ah! My bad, Rocker. Absolutely. Thron Temporal Gateway, killer card, and we're gonna have some fun with it. This Jeskai deck, absolutely terrific. I like the Champion of Flame. I like the fact that we were able to give it hexproof and things. I do think that in the sideboard we need to see something like some negates. We need to see ways to actually like next level. Like go into level 2 of sideboarding where you're not actually sideboarding to do something to the opponent. You're actually sideboarding to stop the opponent from doing something to you. I think that that's the better way to build these Boggles decks, right? We'll just call it a Boggles, right? Fire Song, the Buy a Box promo. See, that sounds like a lot of fun. I would like to see your guys' Fire Song decks. So post those, and we'll check them out. Are they going to be tier 1? I don't know. Are we going to make some punts? Probably. We're going to have some fun. Maybe will we crush some fools? Huh? Huh? Maybe. Anyway, get crushed. Guys, my name's Eric. You've been watching Sideboardmtg. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure you save yourself some money by using the link in the description box below along with the coupon if you do sign up for manatraders and try to play some of these decks. Standard's getting expensive, right? Getting expensive. So, renting's a good thing. Also, if we should do a brawl day. We will do brawl. We'll do things like that towards the end of the month. Or the end of the block. The last couple weeks of Dominaria are going to die, guys. Like, Standard is going to die the last couple weeks of Dominaria right before some cards come out. Most of your content creators out there are going to be more worried about spoilers than they are actual putting content out. Hey, look at this card. Okay, I've seen the card. All right, now move on. But we're not going to have any Magic to watch. I don't do spoilers. I would do a premium spoiler if Wizards gave it to me. I would do a specific, hey, this is my channel, I'm going to spoil it. I would do that, but I'm not really big into just, hey, let's do all the spoilers. I like to wait till at least we see all of them and then like go over them like that. So, also like, yeah, we're gonna be playing some more fun stuff as Standard is solved, right? Like, Standard just had a huge awakening. Everyone is going to have to come out really hot for the red-black decks right now, so Standard is going to shift yet again. We do know that these Teferi decks are riding around out there, so you kind of got to find like whatever the middle ground is to be able to beat the red-black decks and the mono-red decks and be able to stop Teferi. So we're going to have to find out like where that middle ground is, and I'm still leaning hard on my Sultai mid-range deck. I like my Sultai Reanimator deck. I think it plays really well against both of those decks. So I think that we've got a little bit more before Standard is truly solved. So you know, be on the lookout for some more decks to pop up. What else? YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you want to help support the channel, Patreon is the way you can do that. Jeskai, congratulations on ending the stream as our stream boss. Guys, I'm Eric, Sideboardmtg. Man, it's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time.
Fatality.